Today we'll study about coal and petroleum. In this first we'll read about what are natural resources. Now what are natural resources? Natural resources indicate the potential wealth of a country. Like if a country has a lot of natural resources, then it indicates the potential wealth of the country. The variety of substance that man gets from earth and nature that man gets from earth and nature to meet his basic needs are called as natural resources. Now we'll study about the classification of natural resources. Natural resources can be classified into exhaustible resources and inexhaustible resources. Exhaustible resources and inexhaustible. Inexhaustible resources are present in unlimited quantity in nature, while exhaustible resources are present in limited quantity in nature and they are tend to become exhausted in a limited period of time. And also their quantity available is limited. So can you tell about the inexhaustible resources? It will be the energy which we are getting from sun, that is called the solar energy. The other example of inexhaustible resources is air, tidal energy, etc. So these resources are unlimited in nature and they will never get finished. The other is inexhaustible resources. That is exhaustible resources, sorry. Exhaustible resources can be further classified. Now what is renewable resources? Renewable resources can be renewed over a period of time if now their quantity is finished. Then also. It includes forests, animals. They are coming under exhaustible resources because they tend to get exhausted. But as the name implicates, this renewable means we can renew them. Forest once cut can be grown again. Animals, if their quantity is less, we can increase their numbers. While non-renewable sources are those natural resources which are exhaustible, means they tend to get exhausted as well as we cannot replenish them. The example are fossil fuels. Example fuels, coal, petroleum, natural gas. So their quantity in nature is limited and we are consuming them at a much higher rate. So what will happen? They are going to finish in a near future. And our topic of discussion is this: coal, petroleum, and natural gas. So first we will be dealing about coal. What is coal? Every one of us has seen coal in our daily life. We use them in thermal power plants to generate steam, which is used to rotate the turbines. Also, we have seen in our houses it is used as a fuel to generate energy, to generate light, heat, etc. First, we will study about its composition. What does actually the coal contain? Coal is having carbon, we all know it. Sometimes it is also having oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur. All these elements are also present in coal. Also, it is a very impure form of carbon. We know that graphite and diamonds are the purest forms of carbon, but coal is a very impure form of carbon. Then we will study about its deposits, means the main places where it is found. To the total coal reserves in the world, Asia contributes about one third of the total coal reserves. India is having about 80 billion tons of coal, approximately. Also, North and South America contribute more than half of the total coal reserves. Now we will discuss about its formation. How the coal is formed. Coal is formed by a process called as carbonization. As we know that the meaning is always hidden in the name. So what we can make out from this, Formation of coal we are seeing as carbonization. Means is the formation of carbon, formation of coal. So how actually the coal must have been formed? So about millions of years ago, the ground below the forest was split by natural forces such as volcanoes, earthquakes, and the trees that time got buried inside the land, and the oxygen, the contact with oxygen was cut off. Over millions of years, these deposits were subjected to tremendous because we say that if a compound is having more percentage of carbon, it is having a high calorific value. It gives a large amount of heat. Anthracite is also called as hard coal. Peat is nothing but a dead plant material, means whose decomposition is less. So out of all these, the purest form is anthracite. The one which is giving least energy on burning is peat. Next, we will discuss about destructive distillation of coal. Now, what is destructive distillation of coal? Destructive distillation of coal is heating coal in the absence of air. We know that coal is containing carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur. So, what will happen to these when we heat them in the absence of oxygen? So, I am drawing a rough diagram for the apparatus used in destructive distillation. Slightly tilted test tube we have taken. We have closed it with the help of rubber cork. Such arrangement we have to do for the destructive distillation of coal. Now this tube is going inside other test tube. From here the coal gas will come out. We are putting it over a flame. Here we are putting coal. So on heating coal, as we know, this is coal. And total supply of air is cut off in this arrangement, and we are heating this coal. So what will happen on heating? After complete heating, a black residue will be left behind here. That was not. Also, after heating, ammonia will be coming in this. I told earlier that nitrogen